thank you for popping onto my channel. I really appreciate you having a look in. And I thought today I would talk about spirit dolls. A lot of people have been asking me about poppets and spirit dolls, and they are quite different, but today I'm going to focus on the spirit dolls. Let me introduce you. So, here are my little spirit dolls. These are created by Kate at Wonky Wears Bude, and I'll put the details down below. And here are 4 of them who represent the elements for me. We have Granny Hugh. She represents the earth element. We have Roo. Roo represents the air element. We have Amu, who represents the fire. And we have darling little Emmy, who is the water element. Now, my journey with these spirit dolls began with little Emmy here. Emmy waited 5 months for me to decide whether I would like her in my life. And she waited patiently because she knew better than I. Anyway, when I bought Emmy, she arrived in a package a couple of days later, very subdued, sat there with her belongings, her little pouch, with her goodies in, and a little scroll because she's a little book spirit doll. And she just sat on my altar, and that was it. And I thought, okay, she's a pretty little doll. I'll see what happens next. Anyway, within a day or two, she finally woke up. She let me know little bit by little bit about what her spirit was. And she's a very bubbly little girl. She loves being out in nature. She adores being out in nature. She goes with the flow. Whatever you ask of her, she will help you with. And she is a little absolute darling. And she is the one that started my journey with spirit dolls. And I have many that you'll meet over various videos. But Emmy is the water element, so she goes with the flow. She's brilliant with emotions. She's brilliant to help with healings, with readings. She really does have a little character of her own. She's very reliable, and she doesn't ask for much. She just likes company and likes being involved in everything. So she's Emmy, my water girl. Then we have Granny Hugh. Look at darling Granny Hugh. Now, Granny Hugh came along and she showed me that she was the earth element. Her spirit is very much about like the granny that lives in a cottage, the bumbling granny that picks the herbs, that enjoys making bread, that looks after the children, tells stories by the fireside. She is absolutely beautiful. She's like a granny that you love, that beautiful bumbling energy, the crone energy, stories to tell. Nothing phases her. She's very solid. And again, she loves helping with the healings, with the readings, being out in nature. But she loves nothing more than to snuggle up in the fireside with a little blanket over her knees and a good book to read. By candlelight, of course. She is my earth energy doll. And then we have Roo. Now, Roo has a bit of a story. Roo is very spinster energy. When she came, again, like the others, she was very quiet. And she has the energy, or she showed me in vision form. She was a spinster teacher, lived in her parents' house. Up in the attic, she had a room with a wrought iron bed and a little bedside table and a book. Not a lot else. And she lived for teaching the children. And because she's air element, she's very much about thinking, learning, teaching. And bless her heart, because she was a spinster, she found it quite difficult to fit in at first. I've got a bit of a crazy house, loads of lovely spirit guides zooming about. And she was a little bit subdued. She didn't know how to live because she was a little spinster. And gradually she found her feet. Emmy, my little water girl, she brought her out of herself, and she showed me in vision form that she loves being out in nature. She loves learning about all the plants and the trees. She teaches that. She teaches how you can forage. She's absolutely incredible. Anything you want to know, any information, use Rue, because Rue, bless her, will give you all that intellectual information, and she'll help you with any challenges that you have, any puzzles that you have. This is little Rue. She's a little darling. Beautiful little Rue. She's really come out of a shell now though, so don't worry about her. Well, what can I say about Amu? Amu was the last of these little girlies on the scene. Amu is the little firecracker. Totally unpredictable. You never know what she's going to be up to next. You need her if you need a bit of energy, if you need a bit of a spark in your life, if you need a bit of passion, fire in your belly. Amu's the one to give you that. Amu's the one to help you with that. She is a little bit uncontrollable. She's like your 2-year-old that doesn't want to do what she's told to. Little bit like a teenager. She wants to push the boundaries, but she is absolutely gorgeous. She often has bad hair days. She can't help it. It's whatever mood she's in, we know from her hair. So I have the 4 of these little girlies. So we have Granny Hugh, the earth, Rue, the air, Amu, the fire, and little Emmy, the water, my little water girl. And these are absolutely beautiful. And the more you work with them, and the more I work with them, you learn so much more from them. Little Emmy helps a lot with the healings. I get clients to hold her while they're having the healing, and they say that they feel movement within their hands because of little Emmy. They feel that she wriggles about and moves. Well, of course she does. She's a little spirit energy. So she loves being involved. You don't leave Emmy out. In fact, if I'm just going out for a quick walk, Emmy will be the one that comes with me. But these 4 work as a team. They also work separately. And I absolutely adore them. And they don't just sit on a shelf. They live on a shelf when they're not out and about being busy and when they're not helping with healing. But they certainly are little beings that like to be out. It would be such a shame to have one and not have them in your life and in your world and let them enjoy everything. With spirit dolls, you need to feed them. Now, you give them food and drink and you put it in front of them, and they actually eat the spirit energy of the food. So there's more to just having one because you like the look of it and keeping it on a shelf. They really do need nurturing. The more you nurture them, the more that they'll work with you in an extremely happy way. So, spirit dolls come in all forms, shapes and sizes. I'll be introducing you to some others, like I say, in later videos. But for now, these are the girls, and they are totally enjoying being out in the forest. What was that, girls? Yeah, we've got a picnic, don't worry about it. Anyway, thanks for coming along and listening about my little girlies, about my little spirit dolls. If you have one, if you have a spirit doll, pop in the comments below. Pop in the comments below what spirit doll you have, how they help you. A lot of people are a bit freaked out with spirit dolls. They think they're haunted. Not all spirit dolls are haunted, but they certainly do have a character. And that character they will show to you if you love them and if you look after them. They are little working beings. They are little spirits, not to be shut away.